Welcome, everybody. And today we discuss the American economy prepares for a rebound. And first, let's check out the crypto markets and see how they are. Bitcoin is actually up $318 to the price of $84,020. Let's check the price of Ethereum. Ethereum is down 33 cents to the price of $1,908. S&P should show some signs of hope here. And the S&P is up $7 to the price of $5,611. And I believe Dow Jones should have the biggest gains. Let's see percentage gains. Okay, Dow Jones is actually down $82.55 to the price of $41,350. And let's discuss this. As of right now, it is March 12th, 2025, and President Trump has 21 out of 25 of his cabinet nominees confirmed and are in office. And that is the little baby chicken right there. She's walking by. And so that's a good thing. Now, let's compare this term 2025 to 2017. During 2017, the first 6 months of President Trump's first term, we saw amazing, explosive economic growth that we had never seen before. The markets were happy. The general public were happy. And that was during the time that the Democrats were framing the narrative of Russia, Russia, Russia. It took them until April, May. It took them about 3 months to really get the mainstream fake media to start pushing out Russia, Russia, Russia from the Steele dossier, and come to find out that that was fake. Nevertheless, it was around that time we still had the first 6 months of President Trump's presidency to be explosive economic growth. However, he didn't get that many cabinet picks. He had a change in his White House chief of staff. He didn't get a lot of cabinet picks until he was 2 years in. And at that point, he had lost the majority of the House. So now Speaker Nancy Pelosi had become Speaker. This time around, Donald Trump reflected on his mistakes. And now he is, 7 weeks into his presidency in his second term, and he has 21 of his 22 cabinet nominees confirmed and are sitting in their office doing their job. So as far as success is concerned, I believe Donald Trump has made some great improvement. During 2017, his strides were he had explosive growth during the first 6 months, but he had a change of White House chief of staff. He didn't get a lot of his cabinet confirmed. He really didn't know what he was doing, and he didn't have most of his cabinet confirmed until he was 2 years into his presidency. And at that time, he lost majority of the House, and that's how Nancy Pelosi became the Speaker of the House. This time around, Donald Trump, with 7 weeks in, has 21 of his 22 cabinet nominees confirmed are in the office doing the job. And now he can begin to set up his economic agenda, which they were already planning back in August, September. So he had already reached out to these people and spoke to these people and said, hey, I'm going to win. I know I am, and I want you to fill this position. And then they began meeting. And once they accepted, they had to come to Mar-a-Lago and meet in confidentiality and discuss what the plans were going to be. That way, once they got confirmed, they could hit the ground and running. And Pam Bondi and Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem, and Tulsi Gabbard were the first three to be examined by the Senate. And they stalled them for a while, but they still got in there and they're doing their job. So I believe this is all around great success. Now Donald Trump can get together with his Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Small Business Association Kelly Loeffler, Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent, Trade Representative Jamison Greer, who was also in Trump's first term, and then Lori Chavez DeRemer, who is the Secretary of Commerce. And now they can start talking about business and money. And they got the Secretary of Agriculture in there, so anything that needs to do with crops. So they're in a great position now to begin to tease the ideas of what their economic agenda is. What I believe the strategy is Trump wanted to make sure that his cabinet was confirmed. And then once they were confirmed, he could get to implementing his agenda, because he also has David Sachs, who's his crypto czar. He's already in position. And then let's see who he has appointed as SEC chair. Okay. So Paul Atkins, former SEC commissioner, has been selected as the new SEC chair nominee. And right now, Mark Uyeda is the current acting chairman of the agency. So this is great news, and everything is in order. The markets have reacted by panic reacting, but to me, this is a great time to buy Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. It already has reached a high of $108,000. What's Bitcoin high? It's 8. That's not true. No, Bitcoin has hit over 108,000. So that's why you got to be careful about the information you get on Google, because sometimes it is inaccurate. But Bitcoin hit the high of 108,000, and now it's down to 84,000. This is a great buying time. I'm holding off. I believe it could drop below 80,000, and that's an even better time to pick that up. If you make that $30,000 gain off of one coin, you're in the money. You're off to the races. So that's great. I think other coins are more attractive, but the crypto markets and economic markets right now are at a lull, and they do have to wait for this economic agenda to be slow rolled. But what I believe part of the Trump strategy is to put the focus on getting his cabinet picks confirmed and into their desk and offices. And then from there, he would have more leverage. Now that he has 21 out of 22 confirmed, he only has Elise Stefanik for the United Nations. And we already know that Donald Trump wants to pull us, the United States, out of the United Nations, out of NATO. He wants to shut down the Department of Education, USAID. So there's no hurry for Elise Stefanik to get into that position as United representative. Okay, so that was a yawn there. So there's no reason why Trump is in a hurry to get her into that position. Now he can focus on his economic plan, but I believe part of that is to allow Doge to continue to uncover waste and fraud. And the reason being is that Trump understands that passing a budget is going to be difficult. He's now had at least funding to get through the entire year. So now he's bought himself until December to the threat of another government shutdown during the holidays. So he's given himself 9.5 months. He's bought himself 9.5 months to get a budget passed. And what I believe he's going to do is allow Elon Musk and Doge continue to dig and discover waste, fraud, and abuse. and then what he can do with that waste, fraud, and abuse savings. And we're at 105 billion so far. He can reallocate that money. And so that's what I believe he's going to do. And $105 billion is a lot of money to reallocate and redistribute. And he can put it to a few different programs. And that money can be like seed money to jumpstart the economy. And I believe with that, he could take that $105 billion savings, and then he can buy some Bitcoin. And from that $105 billion savings, he can buy $105 billion in Bitcoin, let it ride, and then take part of that profit and then pay off the $35 trillion debt. So I believe he's on his way with a good plan. And I believe he's going to get his way also with the crypto exchange. So let's sit back. That's what I believe the game plan is. Let me do a recap. I believe part of Trump's economic plan has already been secured. His first goal this time around in his second term was to get his cabinet confirmed, because he realized he didn't get his cabinet confirmed until he was 2 years into office. And by that time, he had lost control over the House. So his goal was to get his cabinet confirmed and into their jobs and in their office and desk within the first 60 days. And then he could then move his efforts towards supporting all of the contended seats that were going to be up for election, so that he can maintain control over the House and keep Mike Johnson as House Speaker. And then by buying himself 9.5 months till December, he can now work on getting a budget passed, as well as focusing on his economic stimulus plan, which is going to need a budget to be passed to get that going. And by having Doge uncover waste, fraud, and abuse, he could take that recaptured money, the savings so far is $105 billion, and he can use that as seed money, capital, to fund whatever his economic stimulus package is going to be, while he's waiting on Congress to pass a budget. So these are some great moves. And I believe part of this economic plan in his having Doge find this waste, fraud, and abuse, he's going to be able to use capital savings so far of $105 billion. He can invest that into Bitcoin and then take profit there to pay off the $35 trillion U.S. deficit. So this is a brilliant plan. I believe it's going to work. It's already in motion. The cabinet confirmation is a done deal. So now, and Doge uncovering waste, fraud, and abuse is a process that is in motion. So he already has two things that are really going. He already has 21 of his 22 cabinet picks confirmed in their office, in their job. So he's got big motivation, momentum rolling on his side. And now he's uncovered $105 billion in waste, fraud, and abuse. And now he's pulled money out of thin air. Man, this guy is King Midas. He already has some money to get in the game. And SoftBank has already pledged $500 billion investment in the United States. Apple has also pledged an additional $500 billion. That's $1 trillion of pledged investments. You have other companies and countries that are pledging investments in the United States. We have automakers all around the world like Lexus, Toyota saying, look, we're bringing our car manufacturing facilities back inside the United States, which is going to stimulate the economy, create a lot of jobs. Hallelujah. This is going to be good. So we just got to be patient and have faith. With that, everybody, this is the Crypto Kid out of here. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless you. Thank you for being here, whipping and dipping in. Continue to follow me and like me, subscribe.